My name is Amina. I am 20 years old. I study biology at the university in my city. From the outside, my life looks normal. I attend classes. I take notes. I smile at friends. But the truth is, I live with a heavy secret. I am very poor. My family has no money. My mother works as a cleaner in offices. My father is sick and cannot work. To pay for my tuition, books, and small room, I do something I hide from everyone. At night after classes, I work as a house cleaner. I clean rich people's homes. This is my secret life. No one at university knows. If they knew, they would laugh or feel sorry for me. I do not want pity. I want to finish my studies. I dream of becoming a doctor. I want to help sick people like my father. That dream keeps me strong. My days are long and tiring. I wake at 5 a.m. I study for 2 hours before class. Lectures last until 4 p.m. Then I rush home, change clothes, and go to my cleaning jobs. I clean 3 or 4 houses each week. The money is small, but it helps. I save every coin. Sometimes I eat only bread and tea for dinner. I tell myself, this is temporary. One day I will succeed. My biggest support is my scholarship. It covers half my fees. Without it, I would have to stop studying. The scholarship comes from the university. A committee decides who gets it. The head of the committee is Professor Hassan. He teaches advanced biology. He is strict. Students fear him. His classes are hard, but he is respected. Everyone says he is fair. One evening, I received a new cleaning job. The agency said a big house in the university area. The owner is a professor. Pay is good. Start tonight. I was happy. Extra money meant I could buy new textbooks. I arrived at 7 p.m. The house was large and modern. Tall gates. Clean garden. I rang the bell. A woman opened the door. She was the housekeeper. Come in, she said. The professor is not home yet. Clean the living room, kitchen, and study first. I started working. I dusted shelves. I washed floors. I tried to be fast and quiet. In the study, I saw many books. Biology books. Medical journals. On the desk was a file with my university name. I did not touch it, but my heart beat fast. This house felt familiar. I finished the living room and moved to the kitchen. I heard the front door open. Heavy steps. A deep voice said, "Good evening." I froze. I knew that voice. It was Professor Hassan. He walked into the kitchen. Our eyes met. For a moment, neither of us spoke. His face showed surprise. Then it changed to something else. A small smile. Not kind, not warm. "Amina," he said. "You are my student." I felt cold. I nodded. "Yes, sir. I clean houses to pay for school." He looked at me for a long time. "I did not know," he said slowly. "Interesting." He did not sound angry. He sounded curious, like he found something useful. He asked me to sit. I did not want to, but I obeyed. We sat at the kitchen table. "Tell me about yourself," he said. I spoke little. I told him about my family, my sick father, my dream to be a doctor. He listened carefully. His eyes never left my face. You work very hard, he said. Your grades are good. You are one of my best students in the scholarship program. I felt a small hope. Maybe he would understand. Maybe he would help. The scholarship is important to me, I said. Without it, I cannot continue. He nodded. I know. I decide many things about it. Then he changed the subject. Amina, life is difficult for people like you. Money, time, stress. I see it every day. He stood up. He walked to a cabinet and took out a bottle of water. He gave me a glass. I can help you, he said. I can make sure your scholarship is safe. I can even increase it next year. More money for books. For your family. My heart jumped. This was too good. Thank you, sir, I said. That would mean everything. He smiled again. That same strange smile. But help is not free, he said quietly. I need something from you. I felt the air become heavy. What do you need? I asked. My voice was small. He sat closer. Too close. You are beautiful and smart, he said. I am alone. My wife left years ago. I need company. Someone to talk to. Someone to spend time with. You understand, don't you? My stomach turned. I understood exactly. He was not asking for friendship. He wanted more. Much more. Sir, I said, I am your student. This is not right. He laughed softly. No one will know. It will be our secret. If you agree, your life becomes easy. Good grades. Safe scholarship. Money for your father's medicine. If you say no, he stopped. He did not finish the sentence. But I knew. The scholarship could disappear. My future could disappear. I stood up. My legs shook. I need time to think, I said. He nodded. Take a few days. But remember, Amina, opportunities like this do not come twice. I left the house quickly. Outside, the night was cold. I walked home fast. Tears came. I felt shame. I felt anger. How could this happen? The man who controlled my future was using it against me. I reached my small room. I sat on the bed. I cried for a long time. I thought about my mother, my father, my dream. Was this the price? Did I have to give my dignity to survive? The next day at university, I saw Professor Hassan in class. He taught as normal. He looked at me once, just once. His eyes said everything. I looked away. My mind was full of questions. Should I tell someone? The dean? A friend? But who would believe a poor student against a powerful professor? They would say I was lying. Or worse, they would blame me. I felt trapped. That night, I cleaned another house. But my thoughts stayed with him. His words. His offer. Part of me wanted to run away. Another part whispered, accept, it is only temporary. You need the scholarship. I hated that voice. Days passed. I could not sleep well. I studied hard, but my mind wandered. In class, he asked me a question. I answered correctly. He smiled. Very good, Amina. You have potential. The other students did not notice. But I felt sick. I knew what he really meant. One evening, he sent me a message. A simple text. Think carefully. I can help you tomorrow. Tomorrow was the scholarship review meeting. My heart raced. This was the pressure. He was pushing me. I sat in my room. I looked at my books. My dream to be a doctor. I thought about my father in the hospital bed. I thought about my mother's tired face. Tears fell again. I felt weak. But then something inside me changed. A small fire. I remembered who I was. I was not just a poor student. I was Amina. I worked hard. I earned my place. I would not let one man take that from me. Picked up my phone. I did not reply to him. Instead, I opened my notes. I started writing everything. The cleaning job, the discovery, his words, his offer, the threat to my scholarship. I wrote clearly. I saved the file. I did not know what to do next, but I knew one thing. I would not stay silent. Not forever. I stared at the blank screen of my phone for a long time. The message from Professor Hassan remained unread. I could not bring myself to open it again. My finger hovered over the delete button, but I stopped. Evidence, I thought. I needed to keep everything. I closed the laptop and lay on my narrow bed. The ceiling had cracks that looked like rivers. I followed them with my eyes, trying to calm my breathing. Sleep did not come easily that night. The next morning, I went to class early. I chose a seat in the back row, far from the front where Professor Hassan usually stood. When he entered the lecture hall, the room became quiet. He began speaking about cellular respiration, his voice steady and confident. I kept my head down, pretending to take notes. But I felt his gaze pass over me once. It was brief, but it burned. After class, students crowded around his desk with questions. I slipped out quickly. I did not want to be alone with him. At the library, I found a quiet corner on the 3rd floor. I opened my notebook and read what I had written the night before. The words looked stark on the page. They felt dangerous. If anyone saw this, my life could change in an instant. I added more details: the date of the cleaning job, the time he arrived home, the exact words he used. Help is not free. Our secret. I wrote the date he sent the message. I saved the file on a hidden folder and emailed a copy to myself. Then I deleted the draft from my phone. That afternoon I had another cleaning job, but not at his house. The agency had not scheduled me there again. I was grateful. While scrubbing a bathroom floor in a stranger's home, my mind kept returning to the scholarship review. It was tomorrow. The committee would meet in the afternoon. Professor Hassan would be there. He could speak for me or against me. My future rested in his hands. I finished work at 10 p.m. When I returned to my room, I found a small envelope under my door. No name, no stamp. Inside was a single sheet of paper. Typed words. Amina, tomorrow is important. Make the right choice. I can still help you. My hands shook as I read it. He had come to my building. He knew where I lived. I felt sick. I tore the paper into tiny pieces and flushed it down the toilet. Then I sat on the floor and cried quietly. For the first time, real fear replaced anger. The next day arrived too quickly. I dressed carefully. Plain clothes. No makeup. I wanted to look serious, not attractive. In the mirror, My eyes looked tired. I whispered to myself, "You are strong. You earned this." I walked to the university with my head high. The scholarship office was on the second floor of the administration building. I waited outside in the hallway. Other students came and went. Some smiled at me. I tried to smile back. At 2 p.m., the door opened. A secretary called my name. I entered. 5 people sat around a long table. Professor Hassan was at the head. He looked calm, professional. He nodded once when I sat down. The chairwoman, Dr. Mwiza, spoke first. "Amina, your academic record is excellent. Your personal statement is moving. We have received strong recommendations from 2 lecturers. However, we must discuss your financial situation. There have been concerns about your ability to balance work and studies." I swallowed hard. "I manage, ma'am. I work evenings, but my grades have not suffered." Dr. Mwiza nodded. "We see that. But we need to be sure the scholarship goes to someone who can fully commit." Professor Hassan leaned forward. "I have observed Amina closely. She is dedicated. But dedication sometimes requires support." He looked directly at me. "I believe she deserves continued funding, perhaps even an increase." My stomach twisted. The others looked pleased. One professor said, "That is generous, Professor Hassan." He smiled modestly. "It is only fair." I could not stay silent. My voice came out small but clear. "Thank you, sir. But I must be honest. I do not want special treatment. I want what I have earned." The room became quiet. Dr. Mwiza raised an eyebrow. "What do you mean, Amina?" I took a deep breath. Professor Hassan offered me extra help, but it came with conditions, personal conditions. He said if I did not agree, my scholarship might be at risk. Silence. Heavy silence. Professor Hassan's face remained calm, but his jaw tightened. "Amina," he said slowly, "that is a very serious accusation. I have only ever offered academic guidance." I looked at the others. "He visited my home. He left a note. He knows where I live. He said help is not free. He wants company, time with me, alone." Dr. Mwiza's expression changed. "Do you have proof of this?" I opened my phone. I showed the text message. I described the note he left under my door. I told them about the cleaning job at his house. I spoke clearly. No tears. Just facts. One professor frowned. "This is disturbing." Another said, "We must investigate immediately." Professor Hassan stood up. "This is slander. I have supported this student. She is twisting my words because she is stressed. Perhaps she is not suitable for the scholarship after all." Dr. Mwiza raised her hand. "Sit down, Professor. We will hear both sides. Amina, thank you for your courage. You may leave now. We will contact you soon." I walked out. My legs felt weak. Outside, I leaned against the wall. My heart pounded. I had done it. I had spoken. But fear remained. What if they believed him? What if I lost everything? 2 days passed. No news. I attended classes. I cleaned houses. I waited. On the 3rd day, my phone rang. Unknown number. I answered. "Amina, this is Dr. Mwiza. Please come to my office, now. I went immediately. When I entered, Dr. Mizzo was alone. She looked serious but kind. Sit down. She told me the committee had spoken to Professor Hassan. They had reviewed security camera footage from the administration building. They had checked his phone records. They found messages to other female students. Similar patterns. Offers of help. Subtle pressure. He has been suspended pending full investigation, she said. The scholarship committee has voted to renew yours for the full amount. No conditions. And we are recommending additional financial aid for students in similar situations. I felt tears come. This time they were different. Relief. Thank you, I whispered. There is more, she continued. We are starting a formal reporting system for misconduct. Your case helped us see the need. You were brave, Amina. Not many would speak. I left her office in a daze. The sun felt brighter. The air felt lighter. That evening I called my mother. I told her everything. She cried. She said, I am proud of you. You did not sell your soul. Weeks later, the university announced new policies. Anonymous reporting. Mandatory training for staff. Professor Hassan resigned quietly. No one spoke his name anymore. I continued my studies. I still cleaned houses sometimes. But now I had breathing room. I bought medicine for my father. I ate proper meals. I slept better. My dream of becoming a doctor felt closer. One afternoon I walked across campus. I saw a group of female students talking. One of them smiled at me. Thank you, she said quietly. Because of you, I reported something. I feel safer now? I smiled back. For the first time in months, the smile was real. I still carry the memory of that fear. But I also carry something stronger. I know what I am capable of. I know my worth does not depend on anyone else's approval. I lost the illusion of easy help, but I gained something far more valuable. I found my voice, I found my strength, and I will never let anyone take it away again. My name is Amina. I am still poor, but I am free. My future is mine.